Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Naima. This is my baby Kaz, Kazim Jahir, little KJ. That's him. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about breastfeeding and the struggles that come along with it. So, without further ado, let's jump into the video. Oh yeah, hold up one second. Make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Tell them to follow us on Instagram, Kaz. He said it. It was just a little bit low, but he said it. Yeah, so check us out on Instagram and let's go ahead and jump into this video. When I first got pregnant, I was like, I'm breastfeeding for sure. It's not even a question. We're doing this. Boom, boom, bam. You guys, I haven't given up. I'm still breastfeeding. We 8 weeks in. We in this thing. We in this thing, right? Yeah. So I haven't given up. I'm still doing it, but you guys, it's hard. It's hard. So I hope I have some new moms, some mommies to be watching me right now. I kind of want to give you inspiration. Don't give up hope. It does get better. But I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, you go online, you look at pictures, and you just see this baby just breastfeeding with their mom. They look oh so sensual, and everything just looks like this beautiful bond between mommy and baby. Yes, that, but it's also struggling trying to get this baby to latch on. You're hurting, you're going through this and that. So let's just talk about some things that make breastfeeding hard. Let's talk about the reality of breastfeeding. All right. Okay, so for one, the number one thing is it hurts. It hurts. Now there are those women out there who baby's mouth goes to nipple, it latches on, they get it, something just clicks, and they just got it just like that. But the majority of us, it hurts. We don't know what we doing. We don't know what we doing. Baby don't know what they doing. So you got two people who don't know what they doing trying to figure out how to do what they don't know what they doing. And it's hard. So basically the baby is trying to latch, and most of the time the baby is going to latch directly onto your nipple. So if you know anything about breastfeeding, which I did not know this, the baby is supposed to latch onto the areola, that big old dark part. You want the baby to latch onto that, suck on that, and so that they don't suck directly on your nipple. But it takes a while to get there. It takes a while to train your baby to get there. It takes a while for you to think about getting there. I know for me, I just wanted him to latch on. Like I was so worried about him not getting enough food, not getting enough nutrients. I just wanted him to just latch on, and however he latched on and was getting a big eye, I just suffered in silence. I'm like, it hurts so bad. So bad. But I didn't know any better. And also, when they don't latch correctly, the baby is not getting enough food, so they're gonna want to eat more often. So you just really suffer when they don't latch correctly. So for me, I remember like the first 24 to 48 hours of him being born, he was latching onto my nipple and he wanted to latch on like every 30 minutes, and I was like, something has to give. Not realizing the reason why he's wanting to latch so often is because his latch is incorrect. So they're gonna do it more often, and it's going to hurt and it's gonna bleed, you guys. Oh my gosh, I never had my nipple bleed before. It hurts so bad. So bad. So but it takes a couple weeks to get there. Use your resources. Lactation nurses, I have so much respect for them. I never even knew they were a thing, never even knew that they existed, but they do. Use them, you guys. Like, they have helped us along our journey so much, because I was almost ready to give up and be like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep having sore bleeding nipples. My baby is not getting enough. Like, something's got to change. We got to switch it up. So be ready for it to hurt. It's a pain like no other, and I know it sucks. It's like, I just gave birth, I'm in pain. You want to enjoy your baby, but it does hurt in the beginning. Okay, so it is also, the number two thing is that it's demanding. It's on call. When you're breastfeeding, the nurses and doctors will tell you, feed your baby like as much as the baby wants to eat. As much as the baby wants to eat, because what's happening is they're eating for nutrients, obviously, but they're also eating for comfort. Sometimes they just want to be next to you, they want to be close onto you, and they just want to have them a little snack, a little boobage as they go to sleep. Like, that's just what it is. It's not always because they're hungry. Sometimes they're fussy, they're sleepy. Like my son, he loves to latch on and go to sleep. That's the perfect way to get him to sleep, is to do it that way. I can walk around and pat him on the back and all of that, and he's gonna fall asleep eventually. But if I want it quick, fast, and in a hurry, latch him and he's gonna be asleep within a couple of minutes. So it's not always because they're hungry. Sometimes it's just like, mommy, I want to lay next to you and just be on you. That's the truth of the matter. They're going to eat all the time, at all times of the night, especially those first few weeks, you guys. You're going to be getting up every hour and a half to 2 hours to feed your baby. And this is where a lot of women drop the ball and just be like, I can't do it no more. Especially if you have other children, other responsibilities, crazy work hours. It's so easy to be like, you know what, where's the formula? Let me throw it into a bottle, hand the bottle to your husband and be like, you do it. Like, it's so easy to take that route because you're tired. You've been asleep for maybe 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. Like I said, you have other children to take care of. They want to eat at all times of the night. Like, they want to eat all the freaking time. And you like, didn't I just feed you? What's going on? They want to eat all the time. So that's where a lot of women give up. That middle of the night, it ain't no joke. You might be super mom during the day where you like, look, I got you anytime you want it. But at 2 o'clock in the morning, when everybody else is sound asleep and the baby is looking at you like, I'm hungry, you're like, oh my God, and my nipples are hurting and sore and bleeding, it can be hard to deal with. Sometimes they feed for a long time. Sometimes my son is latched for an hour. I'm like, what you doing, bro? You ain't done? You ain't full? And like I said, sometimes it's just a thing that's just for comfort. They just want to latch on and just hang out right there because that's comfortable for them. That's their mom. That's what they know. And it makes them feel good and safe and warm and cozy and all the feels. So they love it. Another thing is that if you are breastfeeding and you decide I want to go to the store or I need to go run an errand, you have to make sure your timing is on point because guess what? If baby is sleeping and you strap baby into your car seat and you head out and you get to the mall, you might pull up and he didn't woke up and he's like, it's time for lunch. I don't know what you thought you about to go up in here and buy, but it's time for lunch. And you ain't gonna have no choice but to whip it out and give it to them because they're hungry and that's just how it is. And so you want to make sure your timing is good. If you want to go to the mall at 2 o'clock, maybe feed baby at 1:30, 1:45, let them fall asleep, get them in the car seat, and then you may be able to go shop for an hour, hour and a half without disturbing the baby. I done got caught a couple of times in the car, in the back seat, breastfeeding. It just is what it is. And I know there's a lot of people that breastfeed in public and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not at the comfortable place where I want to be sitting up at Starbucks feeding, and that's just me. That's just where I'm at. So I like to feed him. I don't take him anywhere, but if I have to go to the doctor or something like that, I like to feed him beforehand, make sure he's good so that I can get through my doctor's appointment and make it back home without having to pull over and feed him. Okay, let's see. Your milk supply. You may have times where your milk supply goes up and down. I am going to be doing a video all about milk supply. My milk supply has been at a steady, very generous amount for the past few weeks. I figured out the secret for my body and I want to share it with you guys. So stay tuned for that video. It is coming very, very soon. But in the beginning, you're getting dropped, like little bitty drops. You're going to get this fluid. It's called colostrum. It's very nutritious. It's very nutritious. It's very, very healthy for your baby. It's one of the best things that you can give them. Even moms who are planning to not breastfeed, like nurses and doctors stress it, at least give them the colostrum. Like, it's so nutritious, very, very good for them, but it comes out in very small quantities. So in the beginning, a lot of women think they don't have milk because nobody talks about colostrum. I didn't know it was a thing. So you're just like, where is my milk? What's going on? So you give your baby formula because you think you're not getting enough milk. So it takes a while to come in. It is a supply and demand sort of thing. He over here low-key beating me up. But it is a supply and demand sort of thing. So it does take a few, you know, I would say about a week or so to really get into a good rhythm. And remember, in the beginning, their stomach is like the size of a dime. So they don't need too much to get them full. Like literally a teaspoon to have them like, man, I got the itis. So if you don't know what the itis is, Google it. But yeah, it'll have them like really just like, oh my God, I'm so stuffed in the beginning. So, but you may have times where you've been a month into this breastfeeding thing and you're like, what's going on with my milk? That was something that I experienced. So like I said, I will have a video coming on that soon, but the milk supply can be fluctuating a little bit. Let's see. Another thing is more like the psychological side of things. You begin to feel like your body is no longer yours. I know I went through that. I'm just like, I'm just here on this earth to feed someone else, and it's not me. That's all. Like, you go through something to where it's just like, my body no longer belongs to me. Like, my body belongs to him. Like, because so much goes into it. I'm still restricted. Not as restricted as I was when I was pregnant, but I'm definitely still restricted. Like, there's certain things I can't eat. There's certain things I can't drink. There's just certain things I can't do because everything that goes into my body goes into my son. For example, I love me some dairy. Cheese all day, extra cheese. I had to cut back on it because it was giving him gas. So it's like, it ain't giving me gas. I ain't got no problem with it, but My son is suffering from it, so obviously I gotta cut it in half, like, you know, take it down a notch. So I'm just saying, you start to feel like your body is not yours because it's being used to feed somebody else. But at the same time, there's so much pride in that, you guys. And look at my son, he's getting a little double chin, little fat cheeks. Yeah. And I'm just like, I did that. My movies did that. Like, we took care of that. So, you know, but at some point you can start to feel a little bit down, like, my body don't belong to me no more, man. Let me see. Another thing that can happen is that you can get engorged. I have been engorged about 3 times. It is not fun. It is very, very painful. It is a thing. It happens. Yeah, I haven't been engorged in about a month, so I'm doing good. I'm going strong, but in the beginning I did get engorged. And if you don't know what engorged is, it's like basically when one of your milk ducts gets blocked, and it's from a lack of either pumping or feeding or not emptying out your breast all the way, and it can be very, very painful. It can lead to you actually getting sick, so it's very serious. You want to take care of it as soon as you notice that it happens. But yeah, in order to avoid being engorged, make sure you nurse your baby as often as they want to eat. Make sure if you're not nursing and you're pumping, make sure you pump as soon as you feel like your breasts are full. They recommend 8 to 12 times a day or every 2 to 3 hours, whichever one works for you. But make sure you're pumped and releasing that milk, because it got to go somewhere. Your body's always producing milk if you're breastfeeding, and it has to go somewhere. If you're not going to release it, it's going to get backed up and clogged up in there. You're going to get engorged. It's going to be painful. It's not a pretty thing at all, you guys. And so that's pretty much it. My advice, like I said, to new moms, mommies to be, you guys don't give up. Breast milk is the best thing you can give your babies. Not to knock formula. Well, I'm gonna knock it a little bit. But, okay, somebody's gonna sleep. He actually wants to eat. Okay, we're gonna go eat. But breast milk is the best thing. Like, it's customized to your baby's needs. Like, my breast milk is different from your breast milk because your baby is not my baby. My baby is not your baby. So my baby's breast milk is customized to what my baby needs, and yours is customized to what your baby needs. Like, there's nothing better for your baby. Don't let nobody tell you. I feel like in this new era of things, they got people thinking that breast milk and formula is the same thing. Okay, my camera cut off, but I was saying, in this new wave of things in 2018, these new generations of folks, they got people thinking that breast milk and formula is the same thing, and I'm here to tell you, it's not. It's not the same thing. Don't nobody tell you it's the same thing, sis, because it's not. If you can breastfeed your baby, it's a sacrifice, but I guarantee you, you will not regret it. Of course, the bond and all of that stuff is amazing, but it's the best nutrition you can give your baby, hands down. I can't say it enough. I can't stress it enough. Breastfeed your baby. Breastfeed your baby. Breastfeed your baby. Okay, you're not gonna regret it. And you know, at least do it for the first 6 months of their life. I'm gonna try to go longer. We're trying to hold on strong, but do it for as long as you can. Even if you do it for 6 weeks, like, the amount of the kind of milk, the quality of the milk is what I'm trying to say, that you can give them just for those 6 weeks, formula still can't.